What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk to you guys about a very simple and easy to understand DAX function known as search. So, what search basically does is that you input the search function, then you write down what exactly you want to search for. So, if you want to find a name, then you enter that name. You enter the column name, which you're going to search for that name in, and then you can enter where you want to start from. So the start number will basically be the index, right, in that column. If you want to start from 1, you can start from 1, which will be the first letter, or 2, which will be the second letter, and it'll start looking in each row, starting and that column going down by row, and it's going to search from your index value of 1 to the end for whatever you specify in that name. So if you write down Alan and you say start from 1, and it just looks everywhere to look for Alan, and then it'll tell you that in whatever way you use it, right? If you make a calculated column, it'll tell you that in the calculated column if it has it or not. And then you should specify a not found value. So I'm just going to put down 0. So basically what that means is that when the name that you specify is not found in that column, then next to that row is going to be written 0, or whatever value you specify in the not found value. So let's check out the return value. So the number of the starting position of the first text string from the first character of the second text string. So this is all going to make sense to you once I make a new calculated column known as search. So I'm going to use a really simple table for this example just so we can make sense of this. So let's do search. Okay, now we're going to specify what we want to look for. So I want to look for top N3. Okay, after that, I want to specify what column I'm looking in. So I'm looking in the top N column. So that's why I'm going to specify this. Okay, then I'm going to specify I'm actually just going to skip the start position. So what happens is if you don't specify a start position, then it just uses the index 1. Again, index 1 would be T here. 2 would be O. Index 3 would be P. So that's what the start position means. Are you starting from index 1 or 2 or 3? Okay, so for my not found value, I'm just going to put 0, and let's take a look at what this does. Okay, simply enough, it looks for the word top N3. It found it at the index 1, so it brought back index 1 right here. And then we got a 0 with top N5 because I specified 0. And okay, so now let's take a look at what happens if I enter text here. Let's say not found. I enter text in here. Let's see what happens. So we got not found. It returns an error because actually in you cannot convert value not found of type text to type integer. So basically over here you cannot use in the not found value part, in not found value, you cannot use text, a data type text. You have to use type integer. Or let's take a look at what precisely it says here. Marks. Okay, so yeah, so let's just put in blank and see what that does. But yeah, so you cannot put type text. You can use type integer as specified up there, as in like -1 or 0, as it's showed right here. Yeah, -1 or 0, and we're gonna try out blank, see what happens. And yeah, as expected, it just keeps it blank. So hopefully you guys have a good understanding of the search function after this video. Again, all we're doing, okay, is we're typing out the search function. We're specifying what we want it to find. What do we want the search function to search for? Where do we want it to search for it? Which is going to be our column name. All right, and then we want to specify what do we want returned when it's not found. In this case, blank, so therefore nothing's here. And quickly. And again, just take a look at the return value, the number of the string of the starting position of the first text string from the first character of the second text string. So just to make more sense of this, let's say over here I type this. So let's see. Now we get 2. Why do we get 2? Because like I said, when we leave it as is, right? So over here, what we would have had is the start position. When we don't write anything in the start position, automatically what Power BI does is that it makes that start position 1. So we started from the start position 1. Okay, after this start position, at what, and by the way, 1 is an index value, right? So at what index value do we find OPN3? Okay, starting at index value 2, do we find OPN3? Originally, when we kept t, and just I'm going to make it lowercase just to make the point that this is not case sensitive. So where do we find the value t now, right? Starting at index 1, do we find value t? So I'm just making sense of what the return value is, and I hope you guys understand what the search function does after this video. And if you guys have any questions at all, please leave it down in the comment section below. If you guys want to see me cover any more DAX topics or anything of the sort, Power BI related, please leave it down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to accommodate you. Okay, take care.